He's like, nah, forget that, man. I'm gonna be concentrating my culture move too much.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You said everything cool, Craig.
Yeah, I think we're coming live. Someone let us know when you're live. Right, who's the first one online? Who's the first one on? Right, we're definitely live on YouTube. Shout out to you.
Yo, but should we cut off this music then before they knock it off? You know how they get emotional like that. YouTube will like, what?
YouTube,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know,
Them fade outs there, yeah.
I know, you know.
Right. I like to just wait until I see at least 2 or 3 people. I can only see one. Right. Hey, listen, Darren's gonna be hot.
That's what I'm saying. But,
alright, cool. We've got the first one locked in.
And then PVC jacket.
That was there, yeah. Alright, cool. Listen, let's just do it right, man.
Hey, grown ups men in the building, make some noise!
Right, get some vibes inside. Right, man like G Banks is back.
I'm back. Sorry, you missed me, people.
Yeah. International travelling and all that bollocks. Anyway, as we do, before we obviously get started into what the topic is, everyone get sharing. If we got people who are live with us, please get sharing. Yeah, that's the one. But before we obviously go on and start announcing what we're going to talk about tonight, let's introduce the people who've got inside. Obviously, we started off with Banks. Banks, you can introduce yourself. Go for
G
it.
Banks in the building, the Pan Jamaican.
Just mocking the team. Next man.
Had to.
Yo, what's going on? Kind of a bit more focused this week. Rakes.
Hey, shout out to the green cakes, yeah? Go on.
Hey, you know what time it is? It's the Pan African, aka the African, aka Dwayne. Yo.
I'm saying, yo.
You got yo at the end of it, though. You got yo.
Yeah, big up to you, man.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. D, it's Darren. Yeah, man. Feeling
Alright.
vibes tonight still.
And obviously, you got myself, yeah, the man like Devil's Advocate, John Cena in the building. Hey, listen, let's get started. Right, let's get started. Listen, this week we're doing something a little bit different. There was no real kind of current affairs topic that really stood out to us and thought, yeah, you know what, that's the one we really kind of got to talk about. So there are quite a few that we want to kind of touch on. I'm going to kind of throw a few stories out there. People who are watching us live, join in, give us your input. Click the share button if you haven't done already. I sound like a bit of a parrot with it, but if you just click the share button, I might shut up, yeah? Let's just get to the point, innit? Yeah, this is what we kind of need. So, the first topic that I'm going to start off with, yeah, this one kind of stuck out to me. It was abusive stepfather beats his girlfriend's child, 2-year-old child, to death with a plastic coat hanger, yeah? So, the question, for one, that guy's, let's be honest, he's probably twisted in some way. So the question that I'm kind of putting out there is, one, obviously, yes, we want to see him get convicted and all them things. And he's admitted it as well, by the way. Yeah? He's admitted it. It's because she soiled the bed at night time.
Oh my
God.
Yeah?
Wow.
Soiled the bed. Beautiful 2-year-old girl. 2 years old.
Oh my God.
Beaten to death.
Stress out of my head already.
And basically, what I want to kind of put out there to you, man, is should the mother not take some responsibility for the people that she has brought around this child? Dwayne, start off, man. Talk to us.
As harsh as it may sound, I think as a parent, you have to take responsibility for the people that you bring around your child. Obviously, for me, for him to lash out like that, there must have been signs that he was abusive somewhere along the line. Like, to beat someone to death with a plastic coat hanger is a madness. And I think there's got to be some form of signals along the line. If it wasn't him hitting somebody, there must have been some form of sign that he
You
was
don't
abusive.
know what's going on in someone's mind. I don't know how you got. Like, the thing is, I agree with you. Don't get me wrong. You should always try and monitor and make sure that you know the people that are going to be around your child, especially if they're. But it doesn't necessarily mean there must have been signs or whatever. Has he ever been accused of anything else in the past? You don't know these situations. So the thing is, you can't always be in control of it. I understand, and I do think that the mum's wrong, but I think it's going to be terrible enough for the mother. Like, she has to know that the fact that she brought this man into her life and he killed her child. Why you don't want to prosecute?
I'm not saying prosecute. She also if she got to take some responsibility. She has to as a parent.
Well, obviously she's going to, man.
She does have to live with this because at the end of the day, like this is her stepfather or whatever, isn't it? Like, how long have they been together for her to be leaving him around her daughter for however long, unsupervised and all of that? Like, too many times people bring partners into their life and they don't really know, they don't know them well enough to, definitely for themselves, let alone to be leaving them with their child. She has to deal with that. I don't care how bad she feels. She must deal with that.
I know. I'm not saying you don't. But I'm saying
So when you say she must deal with
what
that,
do you mean?
like, of course she has to deal with it. So what you saying? She should feel bad.
Yes, she must feel the
Should she get prosecuted?
accept responsibility for the fact that you brought this guy around your child, not understanding his mental state.
No, but you can't say that.
But
you can't say that.
Bro, listen, yeah.
No, but what G's saying is correct, because I get what you're saying, but she might have looked at this guy and studied this guy and been with this guy for a long enough period of time to look at him and qualify him and think that, yeah, okay, cool, I can bring him around my child. And then
exactly,
man just flipped out.
As soon as that motion.
So you're saying that. So you're saying basically that the woman shouldn't take any. Well, she's not actually.
She's already taking it.
Not responsible in any way, because, like you said, the man could just flip out at any point.
I'm not saying she's not responsible, but what I am saying is that it doesn't necessarily mean that she has ignored any signs that this could have happened. I'll have to take my water.
Would you say as well? And shout out to Joan as well. Just put a comment in. So, can your partner discipline your child? I think we've actually done a chat on that. But again, just a recap, and obviously if you kind of missed it. How far can this? And it's not kind of recap, because I know Dwayne's looking at me like, I don't remember what I said about this. But in terms of obviously him hitting with a hanger, would them things be authorized?
You are not hitting
One second, let me finish. Let's just say, for example, the mum. Yeah, we've all been in that situation where our mum beat us with something. Yeah. So say if this man had seen that and then. Yeah, for real, man. All the semi-abusive mums out there, yeah. Back in the day, that was cool. Don't touch me now. But yeah, but no, what I'm trying to say is, let's just say that man was in a relationship with a woman. He's seen the woman discipline her child in the same way that he did. Let's just say he just got carried away. At what point does it kind of stop? Like,
at no point is it acceptable for someone to put their hands on somebody else's child. But like we said in when we discussed it, unless the conversation should have been had between the two adults prior to any kind of discipline going on. The woman should have made it abundantly clear. Listen, don't put your hand on my picture.
Listen. You lot got this all wrong. I'm going to say this once again. If they ain't the same DNA, go away. If they're not related to my child, they shouldn't be putting their hands on them. Period.
I agree with that.
So that's it. You think that's discipline?
I think that's discipline. But I'm saying to you, but I don't even want a discussion about that.
I don't think the DNA is relevant.
I think I'm with G, because I was going to ask you, would you need that conversation? I don't think in a relationship with another woman, I need that conversation, because I am not going to touch your child. But bruv, this is what I'm saying though. The way you think and the way somebody else thinks is totally different, isn't it? Whilst you may think, listen, I don't even need to have that conversation because there you put your hand on my child, and most people will feel that way. You might have got with somebody who might feel like, do you know what? In terms of this situation, I'm the man of the house, and what I say goes. Any child in my house has to listen to what I've got to say, and if they don't, I'm going to discipline them. So therefore, that woman should be having the conversation to make sure there are no grey lines, grey areas, nothing.
Everyone knows where they stand.
I don't think G's disagreeing with that. What I think G's saying is that at the end of the day, it shouldn't need to be that.
Yeah, it shouldn't need that.
At the end of the day, if it's not your child, do not put your hand on it.
I disagree though. I disagree with the whole DNA thing. That plays no relevance. Someone could actually be someone's father more so than the person who actually helped conceive that child.
And that's why I initially said,
I don't get that statement about the DNA.
If
there's a father in active role, then by all means that might come around. But if there's a father in a role, you have no business putting your hand on. And for me, I'm never going to not be around. So never ever put your hand on my child. We've got a problem.
Yeah, but you have to have that conversation, bro. Just to make sure. Seriously. Because otherwise, if that situation does occur, then you have to take responsibility. You have to take responsibility because you have to say, look, listen, we didn't stipulate the terms from the get-go.
There's no terms to be had.
The
thing is that even if you have an inkling, if I have a conversation, I almost had to discipline your child today, I'll just...
Sorry?
Conversation.
Yeah, but
that's the conversation.
This is what Darren's saying. Everyone has different mindsets.
I hear what you're saying.
So to make sure everyone understands what mindset everyone is coming from, you've had that conversation to know where everyone stands.
All right, let me take you to the stream. Let's see what everyone's saying on this one. Yeah. Right, Michelle. Good evening, fellas. Good evening, Michelle. Shout out to yourself. Yeah, big up yourself. Right. Rena said, I'm sure I read somewhere that he said if she wet the bed one more time, he was going to deal with her. That alone should be a sign. I did read something that there was a warning. I did read something like that.
A warning?
That it was a warning. If it happens again,
if that's the case, and the mum was there when that happened, she most 100% has to take responsibility.
But the one thing I will say is that obviously we're reading news, innit? We don't know the 100% about the accuracy of all of this information. Right, JL Jackson, shout out to JL Jackson, right? Real talk, off with her head, never happened with my child. And this is the thing, I think as well, I think he's right in some respect. It's like, you are responsible for who you bring around that child. If you didn't bring that man around that child, she would be alive. You got to take some responsibility for that.
As a father on the outside of all that, and that's my child, then there's going to be a problem.
100%.
I'll probably get a joke because I'm blaming her. Everyone's dead.
Everyone dead.
Yes.
Alright, cool. Jonas said both adults need to determine how to discipline the children. So I think that's more on what Darren's saying. Like, if you're coming into a household, there has to be a discussion about...
Keep it verbal.
Yeah, kind of like... Well, keep it verbal, yeah?
Discipline don't mean you had to put your hands on her.
Exactly.
Like, and she's two. Like, fuck.
I'll be honest, yeah. Don't even speak to my child a certain way. Like, you need to check yourself. Like, no, you need to check yourself on that. Yeah. Shout out to Gucci. She said, yo, I'm finally here on time. Finally. Hashtag finally. Yeah? Shout out to Gucci. Yeah. Right. Rena said, Banks just put it out there, plain and simple. Yeah. And Jonas said, do you need to administer physical abuse?
No, that's what Rachel's saying. You don't need to do that, especially at 2 years old.
Yeah, 2 is that.
There's no.
It's a mad thing, bro.
I don't know, when they be hitting 50, 60, 70, you know.
Alright, JL Jackson has said, too many times these women get beat up by the new boyfriend in front of the kid and then don't show the baby dad. Then after the fact, when a crying court when Dave put a cocoa in little Johnny's head, right? Right. Hey, your jokes, man. Oh man, right. Rena said there's discipline and there's abuse. Using an object is abuse,
100%.
and 100%. But like we said already, there are a lot of abused guys around this table right now, yeah, because it was kind of standard. So I do understand that some people, although I'm not really kind of with it, some people are still in that old school way of disciplining their children. But why shouldn't it be?
Because there are many other ways.
But there was other ways back then.
But they didn't know any better.
Listen, I'm going to be real, yeah? I don't want to go into a different subject. Some kids need to get beat.
This is what I'm saying. Thank you.
I'll be real. No, listen.
I'm in agreement.
I think, I was going to say, like, it's horses for courses. Yeah. Like, you have remember we was talking about the other day about children disciplining your child all the same way, and then one goes off the rails. Does that mean you was a bad parent? No, it just means you weren't adaptable, and when that child needed beats, you should have given that child beats. It doesn't mean every single one does.
But does that not show the child, that when someone is wrong or done right, that your reaction should be to hit? I don't agree with that.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't think, because we're talking about levels of beating. If you are like tearing into that child, there's levels of beating. You can discipline your child by smacking, giving them a firm smack on the bum, and they understand, don't do that again. Because children, like we've said before, they respond to boundaries. And if you don't give them boundaries, and yes, people can say, you can find another way of giving boundaries, but with some children, beating works.
And I understand maybe a slap or two at 1, 2 years old. When they get to 7, 8, 9, what are you supposed to be doing then? You've got to be hitting with your hand on a big 8.
Right, and you've raised a good point. Because Rena's just said, yes, there does need to be discipline, but at 2 years old, no. And I think she's talking about the physical discipline. I do agree with. Yeah, I don't think a 2-year-old has got enough understanding of what's going on to respond to a beating or something on those lines. You understand what I mean?
Blank, I don't think a 2-year-old should be getting beaten.
Obviously, yeah, that's a no-brainer.
100%. But again, and I've got to pose this question: should there be any sanctions for the mum?
No, I think she's got to deal with enough as it is.
Yes.
It depends on. For me, I would need more information and more facts. If she has seen, like I said, for instance, somebody said about the stepdad gave the child a warning.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
If she had seen that and was privy to that, then she for me, sanctions should be put in place, and she got to face certain time.
These men are talking bullshit. Listen, yeah. If they weren't with their partners,
what happened to rapes recently?
And if they weren't with their partners and they were in the same position, they'd be going nuts.
Yeah, I've said that though.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. So,
but we're talking about law sanctions.
Yes.
So how are we talking bullshit?
I said yes. Hey, Riggs, you need to stay off them protein shakes, brother. Yeah. But everyone as well, everyone who is with us, can you if you ain't shared the video yet, just do that for us very quickly. Let me take it back to the. Oh, sorry, go on, G.
Question, fam. Can we just say something? Because some people don't believe me that we actually went to a private school we used to get beaten in.
Yes. Oh my. I'm putting this very well. I'm putting this well and truly out there. Me and Jeffrey went to private school and they physically abused me. Physically abused, not sexually. Yeah, because that sounded my aggression might have been mistaken for sexual. No, they used to put my hand out and they get a piece of wood and they slap it with the wood.
You got a cane basically.
Yeah, we got the rubber.
We got the new age cane because it weren't no cane. It was a big piece. It was a handle. They had a handle and everything. It was like it was specially designed to fuck up kids.
By one teacher?
No, because it helped me. Like it helped me. It helped discipline me.
Was it one teacher or was it just a?
It was Miss Roberts. You remember Miss Roberts?
See the one that had the rubber. Didn't the headmaster have the rubber bit from around the car?
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
The rubber bit from around the car. They had different tools. It was like one of those computer games. Every level had a different.
Yeah, go on.
You knew what time it was, innit? Like, you knew
this is what I'm saying.
You listened to the rules that were in place.
Yeah.
I'll be real. It only had to happen to me once to know that weren't going to happen again. And that's my point. I'm not trying to say beat the shit out of people, but if you're going to do it, at least make a mark, not a mark, physical mark. I'm talking about a mental mark, so that person knows they don't want that again. Because I didn't want that again. I certainly didn't receive it again. G might have been a bit worse than me, but
and that's
just what it is.
Discipline. You just need to gauge it right. Like you don't be beating a child to death. A smack is one thing. That's a form of discipline. You don't need to be beating a child until they don't really know that. Yeah.
All right. Let me get some comments very quickly. Right. Selena said, "Agree, Darren. Then that talk is very important." Yeah. Nicola said, "Discipline. No, it doesn't have to be a smack all the time. Yeah. Children must know action means consequences as well." She said that on the back of her last comment. Carlene said, "Back in the day, we just got the look and we knew, and my child knows that." Shout out to you, Carlene, as well. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's got to be a healthy reverence. You know what I'm saying for your parent. I'm with that.
Point where they understand, because they see that look and then they're following that look, they're gonna get beat. Yeah. So but they haven't been beat before. They don't have that point of reference.
The thing about it is,
that's a good point.
That's a good point. Like I think I've smacked my oldest child is 6 years old, and I've smacked him once
with one finger. By the way, if anyone from the government is watching,
respect. Never ever had to do it again, and because he knows from that moment, he knew Daddy doesn't play. If I give you that look, if I talk to you once and I tell you to do something and you're not listening to me, and I open my mouth a second time, that is it. That's it. And that's all it takes. The children, like we said, children need to have a healthy fear of the parents.
I definitely agree. Let me read out a few more. Right. Kelly has said, personally, I reckon she saw the signs. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I don't really believe in this whole switch of all of a sudden he's just wild out and gone crazy.
We don't know how long he's been around.
That is true.
If he's been around for a long period of time,
then yes, you may have seen it.
All right, but hey, the other point. Yeah, go for it, Billy. I think that was going to say it.
If what you said, if you don't know how long he's been around, if she has brought him around and he hasn't been around for a long time around a child, she's wrong and she is
exactly, and that's why I think if that is the case, like I said, we have to speculate because we don't know the full story.
Right, that's the case. I'm saying either way, it's either she's been with him long enough to really see the signs, or she hasn't been around him long enough.
No, but I disagree because
my two things are they must fall under one of those two
I
things.
haven't got a child, so I can't really speak for. But as a parent, right, let's just say if you know someone for 6 months or so, would you trust them if you were running to the shop? Would you trust them with your child if you've been with them for 6 months?
Listen, some people are all married in 6 months. Some people are all married
because some people, like I said,
6 months.
Okay, what about a year?
6 months you haven't even met my child.
What about a year?
It depends on how close.
6 months you haven't even met my child.
Okay, cool.
It depends on how close we've got within that year. I don't envisage knowing somebody for a year and feeling comfortable for me to say, yeah, I'm going to leave my children. No, because I'm not trying to leave anything to chance. Nothing to chance. Like, if I don't know you inside and out, if I haven't seen you in certain situations, you are not around my children. Like, what am I going to do then?
Inside 6 months, you shouldn't be meeting kids. No way.
No way.
6 months is way too quick.
No way.
Anything happens in 6 months. You're just getting to know them, and it breaks down. Then your child met someone. Yeah. Meet someone else.
This is a good point as well. Yeah. From J.L. Jackson, you said here. To answer your question though, if she has a history of putting her child in danger with different partners, then send that woman to jail. I'm going to just kind of flip that just a tiny bit. If she has a history of being in abusive relationships, I think something should happen to her.
No, that's not our fault.
No, man. If she's got a history, of having violence in that vicinity,
So what you?
I'm saying that
You're saying she attracts abusive relationships.
No, I'm not talking. I don't really care about her attractions. I'm talking about the kid and the kid only.
So then, all that should happen if she services coming.
What? But no. I'm saying that something should actually happen to this woman. Convict this girl.
No,
right?
man.
I'm saying, and the reason why. Let me just try and build a picture up. But as to why I'm saying it, you don't have to agree. But I just want you to at least see my vision, right? If she has been in or has a history of abusive relationships, that's violence. So she then knows that man is a violent person. To bring a violent person around your child is irresponsible, and she should pay for that.
Okay, can I say something? The problem with that, Craig, is the women that find abusive partners and end up in abusive relationships, they don't choose them. They don't go into the relationship.
Yes, they do.
They don't go into the relationship. They don't go into the relationship.
I'm not saying they choose them because of that, but you choose who you're with.
No, but what I'm saying, they don't go into the relationship thinking, I want him to beat me. They pick him up. It's like they can't help it.
Yes.
Yeah. And they find themselves in those relationships, and they see that as a love towards them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not buying this whole day. They don't see. No, I'm not buying it.
Crazy things when they're in love, you know.
I'm not.
It's unfortunate, but it's what happened. All for me, what should happen in that circumstance, in your story you've given, social service come in and remove the child.
Yeah.
And try and get her some help so she can understand where she's going wrong. But to put her in jail for something like that is wrong.
Well, Gucci has just said if she has a history of abusive relationships, then she needs help, support and guidance.
Yeah.
Which is 100%.
100%. I'm not disagreeing with that. I am talking about
But you're saying
you are responsible for who you bring around your children. And if she's acted irresponsible, I think there should be consequences for that. Whether that's jail term or whatever, I think there should be consequence for that. 100%. Alright, shout out to Laverne, who's just come in. What's the topic? We are talking about a man who was abusive to a 2-year-old, and he basically beat her to death with a plastic hanger. Just so you know what the topic is. Shout out to everyone as well. If you're joining us, make sure you like it, make sure you share it.
Yeah, we're doing the news
right.
as well.
Oh, sorry. Yes, it's the news. It's the news roundup, of course. Thank you, guys. Right. All right. So we're how are we on this one? Yeah. Should she be punished in any way, shape, or form, Darren?
Based on the information at hand, I can't say she should be punished, but if she saw the signs and ignored it, then yes.
Based on what the other person said that she read with regards to hearing a warning, then yes.
From what it sounds like, neglect. Yeah.
Neglect. That's the word. Yeah. Couldn't find that one there. Yeah, go on, G.
To be honest with you, I don't know enough about the actual information of how long she's known him and what the situation was as regards to that.
They gave a warning, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't know if there weren't no warnings.
They said it was read. A warning was read.
But this is the thing, though. It's like,
we don't know for sure. But what we do know.
But going on
what we do know.
People like to make people sound bad, innit? Sometimes it makes.
Yeah, but this is we can only work on what we do know.
If there was warning signs of it, I think she should suffer for a bit.
Yeah, and suffer.
She's
definitely going to suffer.
I don't know about prison. I feel like she's suffering already, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know about prison.
And apparently, it's been speculated that the man is going to get 30 years plus. He's admitted it. There's no fighting against it.
In jail, bro.
He should be life.
Yeah, but let me just read out a couple more, and I'm going to kind of spit out what the next news article was as such. Right, Carlene said, "I don't care how much I'm in love. Still, don't put your hands on my child. If my daughter's dad's woman put her hand on my child, please know I'm going for the both of them, because you need to know who you're putting around our child." Yeah, cool, exactly. And I don't mind people saying that they'll do X, Y, and Z. Yes, that's cool, isn't it? But no, if your daughter's dad's, oh my gosh, my daughter's dad's woman, if you knew that she was abusive or had any history of that, you probably wouldn't leave your child with them. I would imagine. I don't know. Maybe you man would.
You shouldn't be.
Yeah. J.L. Jackson said, enough woman seek bad man, not gangster, and then have this thing wanted to try and change him. It don't work. All right, cool. I think that's, again, building a picture of, maybe the type of person this guy was. Again, we don't really know. All right. All right, listen, let me kind of get to the next one. All right, so the next news article that I read was, I'm not going to say the actual charity organisation's name, because we don't want to get shut down, all right? But basically, it was a PA to one of the bosses of a very well-known charity, was called...
Man.
Sorry? You got your cap on, man. Right. Yeah, a very well-known charity. The PA to one of the head bosses was basically called chief executive. Was caught swindling. What was it? 34,000 pounds of charitable money that people are putting in to help the charity. I try to not give too much away about who it was, but the article's out there. But my thing is, and the question that I'm posing as well is, how do we know what we're putting our money to? You know, these are these £2 a month adverts and all of this. Like, are they worth it? Is it a rip-off? And why? And if these are, I think these are like, is there like a FSA? You know, like you have FSA for like banks and stuff like someone who regulates it. Governing body. Why has no one kind of spotted this? Like, what do you guys think about?
So over what period did he take the money? Was it over a
She apparently it was over 3 years.
Dude, that's like 34 decent meals. Like, I'm not saying it was right.
34,000 decent, £34,000 is 34 decent meals.
Well, if you go out, like I'm saying, if you go, okay.
Are you taking a
whole? Let me make my point. Like, even if you go, okay, even if it's like that money over that period of time, I don't think that's a massively used, and I think it's wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's 34 grand over a 3-year period. She probably just thought that she was. The fact that you shouldn't take any money from charity. I'm not disagreeing with that, but my point is that let's be real. I think that's a bit harsh. That's 34 grand. She probably thought that she earned that. Like, you don't know how much she was getting paid.
You know what? For me, it's not a surprise because like Dee said, I don't like to give to these big charities because I'm just not confident that the money that I give.
Well, they tell you that. They tell you that 75% of it goes to them.
Exactly. Yeah, so therefore, what?
Do they tell you that?
Yeah. So what?
They don't tell you that, but if you look at the public records, it's there to see.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Say if I pay
every company has to be running it.
This is my point, and
every company has running costs.
This is my point.
But it's over elaborated the running costs.
It depends, isn't it? You've got some that are funded by the government and some that aren't. But they're all non-for-profit. So if you're non-for-profit, you have to make your running costs.
But let me take it to the stream real quick, yeah? Because Gucci has said something which is quite controversial, to be fair. She said charity is consensual, I think she was consensual robbery anyway.
Exactly.
Yes.
This is why I was a bit confused. Because the thing is, you know what the reason I was acting so confused, because like these companies, all they are there to do is rob us for money. If someone felt like they took their extra piece of the pot, it's hard. Like if we knew that she took it from the charitable side of things, which is the money
you don't know where it's coming from.
This is what I'm saying. So this is why I'm like, she took 34 grand from a multinational company, a multi-billion-pound company or million-pound company, I'm guessing, over the space of 3 years.
So the fact that she's swindling from a charity is irrelevant to you.
I don't believe
He's
in
saying
charities
at the
anyway.
end of the day, he doesn't know
Where the
what
money
side
goes.
that's come from. The charity's making so much money from people donating to it, and they're only giving a small part of that to the people anyway.
No, but the charity that she was taken from is not balling. Like they're not a huge charity. So
still ripping us off. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Marlon, would you say that the charities are ripping us off?
Hold on.
I think money could be better spent by charities.
I think we have to be careful. We can't carte blank say all charities are ripping us off and all charities aren't, because there are some charities out there who are true to their word, and majority of the money that they get, obviously all charities are going to have running costs, but some majority of the funds are going to go to where it
when
should
you turn up
go.
on my house,
Yeah?
I know that sounds dodge.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. If I know if you're making so much money, like if I see you on TV adverts and stuff like that, I know you're already making serious money.
You're making serious what?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So why am I going to help to feed you and you're not giving me anything in return? I'm not even getting the satisfaction of feeding the kid. Because I don't know this kid, and you're not going to send me. And you can send the same DVD to 20 people.
Listen,
I
need to take it to the street quickly because Carlene's killed me with this one, but she said, how long have they been doing children in need and they still need water?
I'm saying. I see the same children every year on that commercial.
Nah, I'm not even lying, Carly, you killed me dead with that
It's
one.
real though, it's real. It's like all these charities for cancer. I'm like, get out of there, man. Don't come and ask me for no money towards
something that you're trying to fix it.
When you know there are cures out
and
there, and you know there are cures out
Hold
there.
on.
He's right.
What?
Are you now saying that there are factual cures for cancer out there, or are we speculating as it's been proven? I don't want to take it to the left.
It's scientifically proven that there are cures out there for cancer.
For all cancers?
For cancer.
Damn, if they
For cancer, period.
All cancer is a deficiency of vitamin B, bro. That's it. It's not a disease.
Okay, well listen, this is knowledge to me because, like many others, I don't know about. It's just one thing for all type of cancer, yeah, and the cure's out there, but no. So if we know what it is, well, go on.
Because obviously we know it's money. Money speaks. The pharmaceutical industry.
So maybe they need this money.
Huge.
No, they make more money off the cure than they do off of actually giving the antidote. Think about it. Every
If
single
not,
month,
if
everyone
no one
wants
comes
something.
to it, they make
Come
more
on,
money.
rotating of money, man.
Just trying to take them down.
These are all businesses.
You know.
All right, cool. No, it's all news to me. I've got to sometimes, I've got to be educated, and sometimes it's good to listen to grown-ass men talk about grown-ass things, and you develop knowledge. Right, let me take it to the stream very quickly. Right, Rena said, exactly, look at children in need. They make millions on each show, yet there's no homes or schools. Uninterested. Is that a fact? Are they not? Come on, that's a bit.
Can't say that.
Come on now.
Over the years, they've obviously done some bits and bobs in it, but the reality is the vast majority.
Bits and bobs.
The vast majority of the money isn't going to the charity. That's the problem.
That's not true.
Yeah, more could be done with the money, but we can't say
Well, that's a problem in
nothing's
itself.
being done
I
with
didn't say
it.
nothing. I said
We can't
no.
say schools aren't being built. We can't say.
Yeah, we can't speculate. We're speculating. We don't know.
There isn't clean
All of them,
water.
for every £75 million that they have, they give 25 to, like 15 or 5 to the to a charity. That's shit.
But you know what is that kills it though? You don't need to forget that when people invest in charities all the time, big multinational companies, just so they don't have to pay taxes.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Why do they need my little £10, £20? They get all of this money just so that people can get tax exemptions.
Yeah.
So are we saying, and I'm not going to sum this one up just yet, I'm going to read a few more from the comments. So we're saying all charities are rip-offs?
Not all, because I think lower budget charities are, it's going to sound wrong, but they're more likely to invest the money into where they're trying to go from. I'm not saying all of them, but that I feel more comfortable with it.
There's less corruption.
Yeah, I will feel more comfortable. A bunch of people are coming to me. Listen, we're going over to Africa next week, and we're gonna do it. I'll feel more comfortable giving them my money than someone coming through my door about children in need. Can you sign up, give me, and telling me how much money I should give a month? Yeah. Oh, what is this?
Well, they're telling you what they need.
Those smaller charities don't have CEOs that are on 150 grand a week. Or, sorry, 150 grand a year.
I was about to say, I need to change my shit
CEO
up.
that's on 150 grand, 50 grand a year, and you're not for profit company.
I'm telling you, charity begins at home. It's as simple as that. And I ain't made enough money to give to charities yet.
Woo! It's like that, boy.
See now, I'm distancing myself from
Let me tell you something. I had a homeless guy that I used to give money to when I used to go to Old Cape Road McDonald's. His name was Jeff and everything. He was my bona fide. I'll go down there, help him fill in his housing forms and all that. I don't discriminate, but I know that everything I give to him is going to him. I even gave him £20 for a coat. He came back and gave me £10 change.
That's
That's
dope.
what I'm saying.
That's dope.
Like, these are the type of people I want to help. I'm not trying to help these companies. I'm not giving nothing to no company that has more money than me.
You don't want a middleman.
If that's what I'm saying, I don't want to be no middleman. Deal with it yourself.
Well, that's
Hey, gee, you know what? I'm impressed with that, man.
It's true.
Damn.
Do it yourself, man. Like, go out and Christmas.
Because it's only the other week. Well, at least he told you what he needed that money for. And shout out to everyone who watches the videos.
Well played.
What's that?
Didn't you have a charity man that used to work at
Yes, and then honestly, that's real talk. There's a guy, and basically, I used to every kind of payday you feel nice, and you think, yeah, you know what? I'm not saying I'm flush, but here you go, mate. Have that. One time, I don't know whether I can't remember if I didn't get paid or I just didn't have the money. My man come and check me and said, "Where's my money?" I can't. Like literally, because I used to get on the DLR and he's coming to check me like, where's my money? Like this man started to literally rely, well not even rely, he expected it.
You would do.
No, but you can't expect it. You're not on payroll.
It's over, man. They're going to check. You didn't vet.
You've got no other form of income, and the man is giving you something consistently.
You can't check it.
Nah, that's ridiculous.
Month end.
You got to vet your homeless people.
You can wait around, but you can't get up and say, "Fam, where's my money?" That's wrong.
Maybe for quick, just in the little reminders like that.
You got to vet the homeless people. You no alcohol, no drugs. You got to vet them properly. Have a long conversation.
Alright, listen, let me read out a few more comments. I'm going to move on to the next one as well. Right. I've got here, Gucci is saying, cancer, every illness is mucus apparently. Hashtag Dr. Sebi, YouTube him. Nicola said, my friend did a charity run. She paid quite a bit of money to take part in. In the small print, it said a small amount is going towards a charity she was running for. Like, it's crazy to me, man.
I'm running to give other people money.
It's true, because even when I was cussing the other day, when we slept out, we had to go and sleep on the street.
Yeah.
And I have to pay to take part in it while I'm raising money for their charity. That doesn't make sense to me. Why do I have to pay you to raise money for you?
But why wouldn't you? Like, obviously,
I'm raising money for you. Why should I then have to pay you to do that?
But if you believe in the charity, because I say you believe in it because you're taking part in the sleep, why would you object to giving money as well?
I wasn't happy with the way it was set up.
But you got to answer that question. Why would you object to giving the money?
I gave the money, but I wasn't happy with the way it was set up.
Right, listen. Let me read out a couple.
No one asked me to sponsor them.
What, kids as well? What are you saying?
Wow. If it's going to their school or something, but they're doing it for charity, nah, man, long. Explain to my son early doors. Not about it. Charity.
Wow. All right, cool. Right. Yeah, Laverne said it's a registration fee. Let me just go back to Laverne as well. She said, no, I work for a charity organisation and they are not fake. Right, Laverne, if you can give us a little bit more of an insight without obviously exposing yourself or putting yourself in any sort of awkward position, we would definitely appreciate that, because this thing about this quite a large percentage doesn't go to what you think you're putting in. That doesn't sit right with me. And Kelly has put here, I donate monthly to the ACLT. I don't even know who they are. Someone told me.
That's
come on, man. 4 man round there. You got to come up with the right answer. Come on.
I'm actually on it as well.
See, you don't need to stop making.
And she said,
it's the bone marrow one.
okay, she said, I believe in them. Not sure about the rest. But why do you believe in them?
Nah, man.
Why?
She just wants.
All I would
And
say,
what
all I
that
say
is,
to people
because-
is if you are going to give money to a charity, take the time to just research them and look at how much of the money that you're paying is going to go to the people in need.
I even disagree with that. I think you don't need to stop being lazy and trying to make your consciences feel better by sending £2 a month to whatever ridiculous charity and go and do something. If you want to help, do something.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
That's what I say.
You know, you can't fight against that.
That's fine. But then obviously not everybody's going to say they're going to get up and go to Africa or these war-torn countries.
have to go to-
Something. You can go to coming up, give out free food every Christmas day.
But over here you can go and do that. But if they want to affect somebody in a different country,
You better look after your own people first, you know, because you ain't got nothing. Listen, now you need to look at if you want to go into if you want to go.
There's not to say that people can't help their own here and help people abroad.
Well, go to Africa and help. Go there and teach them some English. Go chill in the schools and do stuff. Why are you just sending £2 thinking that that's acceptable?
So you think is that a lazy?
It's a cop out.
It's a cop out, and it's something just to make people feel better.
I don't
But I understand what you're saying.
I don't think it's a cop.
I don't know. I think I
understand
still.
it, but I don't think it's a cop.
If the money is used in the right way, I still do believe that a little from a lot makes loads. Innit? It is what it is.
Like you said, it's not enough.
If it does happen, yeah.
It's ridiculous. People would rather put £2 a month into some charity. They'll see someone get licked over on the street and know you want to stop it. It's ridiculous. Go do something. Help people.
Just to clear their conscience.
Alright, let me read a couple more before I go on to the next one. Right, Michelle has said, I always buy some food for a man outside one of my local shops. Never give him money. One day he got the hump because I didn't have enough to get him anything. I avoid going to that shop now. Michelle, I know exactly where you're coming from. Listen, them man, they hotted me the same way they hotted you. It's all good. Right, Carlene said, do you know how much they get and how much they can do with it? I can feed a family of 6 on £20.
Have you met them?
So why with all the money they can get, they need to feed these children. Hold on. They show on the show, I am 33 and I remember watching children in need from a young age. Sorry, Cardi, I made a real hash of trying to read that out. Gucci has said, I used to work for Centrepoint charity and the general workers aren't fake, but the CEOs and the PAs are fraudsters. Yeah, just like this woman who we're talking about, by the way, she stole money from the charity over 3 years, for 3 years, and she stole those people's money, 30-something thousand pounds, right? Sorry, go on.
Are you not going to shout? Are you going to shout out the name of that charity and not the other one? What one?
I didn't shout out the names.
You did.
I didn't shout out the name of this one, not the one in question.
You could shout out the girl's name.
She just said the CEO of rip-offs.
No, you're wrong, and bro.
Wow, that's crazy, man. Right, and she said, just like politicians, they fraudulently put it through as expenses. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Hashtag opportunist.
It's always the case, and the foot soldiers are the ones who are doing it for the actual cause, but the people who
I agree with that.
people hide.
Laverne's made a very good point. Just talking about, I think in the stream they're talking a little about poor children and stuff like that. Why don't you tell them as well to stop getting pregnant? The poor people always having too much children and can't. Actually, listen, Laverne, I'm not even laughing because I think it's actually a good point. It's so simplistic that it was just funny to me.
They ain't got no condoms, or probably in it.
Pull-out games poor. Anyway, listen. Right, listen. Let me take it to the next subject. All right, listen. Right, we've done 2 news articles. We're gonna go on to the third one. Right, the third one is a convicted murderer. Yeah, he not only killed his partner, he fed her to the dogs. Yeah, no, this is not funny. This is real. Yeah, it happened in Brazil. He is listen. He's a professional footballer, and he fed her. Killed her, fed her to the dogs. Served time. He was let out of prison early.
Hold on. Wait. He's now out of prison.
Listen to the rest of the story first, bro. Listen.
He's now out of prison.
Listen to the rest.
Yeah, he's out of prison. Yeah, and he's now been signed back up to his professional.
What kind of bullshit?
Back into professional football. So, my question is.
That's disgusting.
No. Honestly, my question is.
Outrageous.
Does everybody deserve rehabilitation?
Yeah.
And if that is the case, if he has served the time that he had to do, should he not be welcomed back with open arms?
First answer. Not everybody deserves rehabilitation. No.
How can you feed it to the dog?
You have mutilated your partner
Mutilate, that is true.
and then fed her to the dogs. And then this freaking football team's gonna come and sign you up again and make you wealthy.
For me, my problem is it.
So you're saying what people should suffer if he's been convicted?
You should not come back and
listen. I've got to play devil's advocate with this one. Yeah. He's been convicted. Yeah. You do the crime, you do the time. He's done the time. He was let out early. He hasn't broke out. Hold on a minute. I think it was 7 years or something along those lines. I think someone might be able to correct me. Yeah. But he was let out of prison early. He hasn't broke out of prison. It's not prison break. So now he's back in society and he's trying to make his living the way he knows how.
Like a luxury job in it, and I don't think he should have that. Yeah. Like, and what makes matters worse here, I've got to be his teammate. Like, I could do one thing wrong, bro. And I was a feed me to a dog. I'm not on that. I'm not working with people like that.
Yeah, bro.
But quick question though, what happened to the disabled guy that did it that killed his missus?
Pistorius.
Yeah, what happened to him? Did he manage to go back into doing anything, or did he just wash up?
No, Pistorius is done for now.
He's finished, man.
Oh, is he finished? Okay, no, I was just wondering.
I'm so surprised by that, Craig. I'm so surprised. The fact that he only did 7 years is outrageous for the crime committed.
It's the worst bit.
Then he's come out and he's able to secure a lucrative job. Like, nah.
I don't know how lucrative that. It was
Brazil's second division.
Listen.
It's Brazil's second division.
I don't care money.
Alright, listen, think about it. Obviously, Brazil, if you're not earning money, you're living on the breadline, innit? In Brazil. If you're a footballer, you're comfy.
Okay.
You're not having to worry. That's disgusting.
All right. Let me kind of put it this way, yeah. So some people in the stream as well. Nicole's just said premeditated murder, 100%. So what if he does the same thing after? Listen, who knows? I don't know if it's relevant, but his name's Bruno. I don't know why I feel that's relevant. Yeah. Gucci has said, "What did she do?" Listen, I don't know.
Hey, Gucci, man. You know what? Asking the wrong question. I was kind of thinking she could be plotting to have fed him to the dogs. See, you got there first. You don't know.
I don't even know. It's crazy.
It's just that the length of time that he's been inside, I just think is just.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But so basically, no. But I'm trying to go on to the things of rehabilitation and coming back into society. So are you saying, is it because of the crime that he's committed as a murderer, he should be made to suffer even when he's finished his sentence?
He hasn't suffered enough, man.
Depending on the crime, depends on the type of rehabilitation that you should have and the types of options you have when you come out. Murderers should not have no nice options when they come out of prison. You should live a life of hell now that you're out, because really you should have never come out.
But listen, is this irresponsible from the club? Because the club have come out and said Bruno deserves a new opportunity as a professional.
No, that's bullshit.
Right?
He must be a good football player.
Well, apparently he was good. He used to play for Flamengo and he was actually tipped to get a Brazilian call-up. So he's actually dropped a few levels, so he is suffering in some way.
This way, now he can work his way back up. He shouldn't have that opportunity.
So you're saying that football is a privilege?
Yes, of course.
No, but why do we look at it like that? Right, I'm going to say this. I've got to play devil's advocate. Yeah. It's a profession, yeah? It's a skilled profession, yeah? So if that's what he is skilled in and that he's good at and that's what makes his livelihood, why shouldn't he do that?
Because he's got to work with people.
What do you mean? What is that?
I'm not working with no murderer, bro.
No, listen. If you're,
You got to work with people, you know?
listen, if you are a professional footballer,
Yeah.
it's likely that you're going to live a privileged lifestyle, and that's what we're saying. He doesn't deserve to live a privileged lifestyle.
Ban him.
Like my thing is, I wonder if you weren't like a good footballer, would this club have been so quick to give him a chance?
Of course they would enough. But
Because there's been backlash for it. Like there's fans that have gone nuts, and I think other clubs have said like what are you doing kind of thing. But
Let me read out a couple of comments, right? Right.
He's damaged, but you know.
Is Laverne has put, is the manager his girl? Like, I don't know. Rena said it's the same as Oscar Pistorius.
Yes, what I was saying.
That's what G kind of brought up.
Yeah.
Right. Kadima said the man clearly has some very worrying mental health issues. Not to make excuses for the guy, but I feel that the system has failed this sick man. Have they?
I can't.
I'm not being funny. I think
They failed the
club.
They failed the victim.
Yeah, well, that I would agree with. Gucci said all his money should go to a charity. Charity for a Brazilian woman. I don't even know if I agree with that now.
I do.
It's crazy, man. Nicole said either way, he's able to enjoy his life and walk the dog. Oh Lord.
What happened to the dog?
I don't know what's happened to the dog. I can't.
He's fat.
Yeah, I can't really speculate that, man. But it's crazy, man. Right. Listen, I swear we've actually got to start right now. Listen, it's cool. We can kind of get carried away. Right, guys, everyone who hasn't shared the video yet, please obviously click share. Please. Shout out to everyone following us on YouTube. We obviously appreciate the support. Catch us on the next stream. We're going to be back in about 5 to 10 minutes or so.
Very quickly, guys, please don't forget topics. If you want us to discuss anything that you feel is relevant to yourself, your lifestyle, friends' lifestyle, whatever it may be, let us know. We'll consider it. We'll have a discussion
the next stream that we're gonna do is actually from someone who wanted us to talk about overweight people and the impact that it has. But you know the joke here, it's not no overweight. You're overweight. There's none of them inverted commas. It's just you're just overweight. Right, but
let's get to this.
there's not to kind of get there. But you know what really bothered me? We done a topic for her, and I'm not going to expose her, but you know who you are, and I know who you know, But she didn't even share the post. What's this about? I don't even get it. Man. Like, it's crazy, man. What's the man in the hat's name?
I don't know.
Kappa. There's 2 hats, Laverne.
Which one?
I think she's talking about you though, D. Come on, she's talking about you. Yeah, man, like the man with the cap in it. That's what you're renowned as.
Apparently, that's what my name is now. Man with the cap.
Yeah.
It's Darren, Mr. D.
Yeah, whatever you like. But listen, guys, thank you again for the support. Thanks for joining in today. Thanks for all the comments. Join us in the next stream. We're out.
Peace.